Good morning, y'all. Rashida Strober here. I am the world's first and only dark skin activist. The reason anybody on YouTube, anybody on social media, anybody on reality TV speaks about colorism and dark skin. My website is darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. I started this movement in 1998, and it is the first movement to fight for the eradication of colorism and dark skin discrimination. I decided to change or to create a new paradigm with a new name called darkism, because colorism didn't go far enough to describe what dark skinned people go through. Subsequently, dark skin activism consists of my books about only dark skin, my plays about only dark skin, and my social commentary that I created as a blueprint that was never done before about only dark skin and colorism. I brought the first colorism channel to YouTube in around 2010, but before that, like I said, I had been doing dark skin activism through the writing of my books and plays about only dark skin. My books include Darkism, 25 Ways Dark Skinned People Are Discriminated Against, A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge, How to Be the Hottest Dark Skinned Chick on the Planet, and Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment. My Cash App is $rashidalala. Once again, $rashidalala. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. So make sure you guys support me. That is my brief introduction that I like to give people so you have a context and a backstory of where I'm coming from. All right. Good morning, Naomi Clark. This is an impromptu live, so I'm trying to give people a little minute to realize that I'm here. Also, wanting you guys to understand that YouTube, let me tell y'all something. YouTube be playing games with the views. They really do. I have a whole bunch of subscribers on my channel, and most of the people sometimes do not know that I'm live. And it should definitely be more people watching. There should be more viewers based on the number of subscribers that I have. But YouTube is the one that's doing these algorithms, and they're the ones that's determining who gets what. And I know that already. It's not fair. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But, you know, it is what it is. So I want to say a special shout out to I Smoke Hip Hop. What's going on? I Smoke Hip Hop. So yeah, I'm trying to before I get going, I'm trying to give people a little minute to catch on to me being here. And in fact, if y'all want to do me a favor, make sure y'all like the video and make sure y'all share the video, because like I said, YouTube be hating certain messages. They just don't be wanting to get out. But I gotta say what I gotta say. Sorry about that, y'all. Not sure what happened. That kind of went out of the stream. But so yes, this live this morning was actually inspired and prompted by a woman named Sister Noble. Sister Noble, aka Alberta Parish. On my Facebook, I'm gonna share my screen right quick while I'm letting you guys know what actually and who actually inspired this live this morning. So this live was inspired by Sister Noble, aka Alberta Parish. And this is her website, Black Political Media. And that's Alberta Parish right there to the left. She's the one that wrote this article. And she also wrote a book called God is on Trial. And one of the things that she did attend my play. That's how I actually met her, through the Brother Angel Snup Snup 7, aka Reality's Temple on Earth, aka Operation Exodus, Mississippi. I met Alberta Parish, Sister Noble, but when she came to my play that I did in Atlanta on the Dark Skin Activist Tour back in 2018. And she, I met the sister. She was a nice sister. We had a nice conversation. And at that time, I did not know that she was a writer. I did not know, I didn't know the backstory with her. But over time, one of the things that actually endeared me to her was her story about working in really in corporate America. And if she listens to this, she can correct me if I'm wrong. What really endeared me to her in regards to, her story and following her is, I believe she wrote somehow I came into contact with some of her writings or either her videos about how she was mistreated by other Black people that were in charge, like supervisors and bosses at her job. And that's how I became endeared to her, because she was mistreated. She was not treated well at all. Went through a lot of things on the job, and that struck a chord with me because I could relate to that. Because I've been at both ends of the spectrum where I've had people, my own people, try to hold me back from different positions when I was working in certain capacities in certain organizations. I've had people try to hold me back. I never forget, after I had obtained my master's degree, and I was working with some children. They were like teenagers, but they went to this alternative school, and they had all kinds of different issues, different types of emotional problems, etc. And I remember being fresh off my master's degree and getting this job. And sometimes you don't know what you're doing. Like you don't see yourself outside of yourself, because you're yourself, and you may not see the good qualities or the talents, but other people could see it. And I went to the job, minding my business, and it wasn't really honestly my goal to like get necessarily a permanent position. I was just, this is what I was doing at the time. And lo and behold, the principal, he comes in there as a white guy. And he says to me, and he caught me off guard one day. And I'm like, I was just like purely out of the blue. He says, you know what? These kids have totally turned around since you came here. And they acting different. And how are you getting them to do what you need them to do? They wasn't, acting up, and they respect you. And I had about a class of about, I don't want to say about, it was about 10 of them in there. They was probably ranging in age from, I want to say about 14 to maybe 18 teenagers. And I'm just being me. I mean, I grew up with 5 brothers. I grew up in the hood. I understand structure. I understand discipline. I understand the respect that you got to have for your elders. I had a bus driver who used to tell us straight up, get on, sit down, and shut up. And she wasn't playing, and that's what we did. So I grew up underneath the old school type of thing. And so, but at the same time, it was love. It was love. So without realizing it, I had internalized that, and that was my teaching style. That was my classroom management style. But at the same time, I realized, and I'm not trying to give myself no credit, I'm just speaking what happened. I realized that it was an effective style, my no bullshit, tough love type of style. That's who I am as a person, because that's how I grew up. And when I went into this environment, this white principal acknowledged me for being able to control the classroom and get the kids to learn. And he was telling me, I didn't know what was going on before I came. Now he was like, these kids, they never did this before you came. And I was like, okay. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. And I just kept on doing what I was doing. And so about maybe a week or two later, he wanted to offer me a position. Like it was, more pay, all kind of stuff, benefits. And I wasn't looking for no, I ain't coming there looking for no position. I had other things in mind, but I was like, okay, I'll go with the flow. He offered it to me. And then he said, I just need you to, you got to go through one more interview with, I think this person was the vice principal, and get approval through the vice principal. And it was a Black woman. I'll never forget it. And me, I don't have agendas with people when I deal with them. The only thing I'll say, and I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie, because y'all know I'm upfront with mine. Y'all know I always kept it 100. Only thing, don't mess with my kids and don't mess with my man. That's it. That's off limits. Because I'm gonna respect you and your kids, and I'm gonna respect you and your man. I'm not a home wrecker. I don't mess with married men. I don't bother people's kids. Now, if you do that, that's a problem. But my thing is this: I'm straightforward. I don't got agendas. So I came in there being Rashida, being who I am. And this woman had a attitude with me off the gate. And I can read people pretty well. She had an attitude with me off the gate for no reason. I never laid eyes on her a day in my life. And you know, I say no reason, but as I've learned and grown and understand what people are all about and all they fuckery that they come with, sometimes Black women be hating on other Black women, and that's just what it is. Jealousy, envy. Sometimes they see stuff in you that they don't like and they start hating on it. This is what I've discovered over time. And I don't like to have to spend my time thinking about stuff like this, because for me, I just really don't care. I care about what I care about. For me, I'm not in competition with nobody. I do Rashida Strober. I'm in competition with Rashida Strober because, I mean, some people might call that narcissistic. I don't care. I'm always focused on myself, trying to accomplish what I want to accomplish. I got a lot of goals and dreams I want, and I've always been the type of person to focus on me. And some people say I'm being selfish when I do that, but that's just how I think. That's how I'm wired. So I don't sit there and worry about what the hell other people. I don't care. Like, I really fucking don't care unless you bring it to me now. Now you bring that, you bring it to me, then that's a problem. But I'm gonna give you your respect. So, but some people I've learned, they don't operate like that. And this is why I don't like the corporate world, because I ain't got time for that bullshit. Because if you come at me, if you start bringing me some bullshit, starting shit with me, nah, you ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna like it when I let your ass know if you starting shit with me. You're gonna see the other side. I'm gonna tell you to back the fuck up. Don't bring it to me now. So I go in there. I don't even know this lady from Adam and Eve. Lady ain't got no agenda. All I know is the principal done came in there and told me, hey, these kids is not acting up. They're doing a good job. I want you to work out. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me go for the interview. I'm going through the damn motions here. Okay, that's all it is to it. No agendas. This lady has an attitude with me. She's at whatever the fucking case may be. I'm like, what the hell is this? We do the interview. Okay, it's over. The job, the principal had almost guaranteed that I had the job, but then I didn't get the job. And I already knew why I didn't get it. It was because of this Black woman that didn't like me for whatever reason. I don't know, because I don't know the lady. But this is where I learned that some of our people, that's how they operate. And I myself, on the flip side of that, I said I'd never be that type of person. I never be that type of person that's finna just look at another person that ain't did nothing to me and come for them for no reason. It's pointless. It is a waste of time. And lo and behold, I wasn't even looking for this position. But when I moved to California, I wasn't looking for the position, but I ended up getting promoted at this one company I was working for to a supervisor where I was hiring people. And in my mind, I always made a promise to myself, I'm not going to be like that Black woman that did that to me. I'm going to be fair to everybody. If they could do the job, if they qualify for it, I don't care if you're black, white, purple, light skin, dark skin, fat, skinny. If you could do the job, we in there. That's all it is to it. We're gonna remove all that bias out the way. Okay? Because I ain't got time for all of that. Because what God got you on earth to do, that's what God got you on earth to do. And that's all it is to it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they're not going to be racism and darkism and colorism, which I believe is going on with this Kamala Harris. But to get back to the point I'm making, for me, I'm not going to have nothing bad on my conscience of denying a person a job and messing with their personal economics for stupid reasons. We're not going to do that. And that's how I operated. I worked for that company almost 2 years. And I remember having people out that didn't like me. They didn't like me. The people I was hiring, I hired them and they still didn't like me because you're gonna never be able to please people. But I could sleep at night knowing that I treated the people fairly, and I didn't discriminate. I hired people based upon the qualifications. And that's the ethical way to operate. Because in my heart and in my soul, dark skin activism is about humanitarianism. It's being fair and equal for real. Not just talking about it, but in your everyday interactions. You understand me? And so I said all that to say this, Sister Alberta Parish, aka Sister Noble, and I put her information in the description. And I want to say thank you real quick. I just received a cash app. Thank you very much for that cash app. I don't know if you want me to say your name, but I am very grateful. Thank you. So Sister Noble, y'all make sure y'all go and let's see. This is all her information down here, y'all. This is her information. This is the article. This is her channel, her YouTube channel. This is her Cash App. This is her PayPal. Support the sister. So what resonated with me with Sister Noble's story is how she was done wrong at her job by other Black people, how they undermined her and got her fired from her job. And I read the story of it. I listened to her videos of it, and that touched my soul because that took me back to the experiences that I had, where I was in a position to hire and where I was also in a position where I didn't get hired because this Black woman didn't like me for whatever reason. I don't know what the problem was. And that took me back. And I said to myself, this ain't right. I don't like this. This isn't fair. It's all about being fair. See, on these jobs, you're not going to like everybody. It's not about that. We all know that we're human beings. We are not going to like everybody. Personalities are different. It is what it is. That ain't my issue. That's not my issue. My issue is still treat people fairly. Don't get them fired because maybe you don't like the way they look. Don't try to get them fired because maybe you don't like the way they talk. Some people don't like you because you're breathing. It's the most dumbest shit ever. And they'll try to get you fired and undermine your personal economics to where you can't take care of your family. That's wrong. I can't rock with that. If you don't like a person, be cordial to them still, as long as they're not putting their hands on you and cursing you out and doing all that. Hey, just let them be. Let them be. I know because I worked around a lot of people like that at the job I was working at. I'm very good at ignoring people and their bullshit. I don't know. I see you with some fucking, you on some whatever. Okay, cool. I'm out. I remember there was a young lady there that the management used to get together and they used to talk about how on break, she would go off by herself and eat lunch. Well, I told them she can do that. So what? She gets her job done. If maybe that's what she wants to do. People just need to learn how to sometimes leave people the fuck alone and let them be. You can't force people to be the way that you want them to be, have a personality that you want them to be. And the problem comes in on these jobs when, because of those qualities and characteristics, that it's just innate to that person. They're not doing anything to one. You don't like it, so you want to get the person fired. I can't rock with that. That's evil. That doesn't make sense to me. And so that's where I empathize with Sister Noble, because that's what happened to her. I don't like it. It's upsetting to me. And I was like, wow. So this morning, I saw her article here about Kamala Harris and what's going on with her with the White House staff that she has, and how some people that are working on her within her staff, they feel like they're not being treated right, and some of them just quit and went on about their business and looking for other jobs. And I'm gonna, like I said, I already dropped the link in the description to this live, so y'all can go and y'all can read Alberta Parish's article. Is right here. And Alberta Parish, she weaves in some of the story that I just gave you guys, so y'all can go and read it yourselves, and y'all can hear some of her story. And as well, I do believe that Sister Noble, here's her channel right here. I do believe that she's going to be doing a live today about this. And that's another reason why I wanted to make sure that I mention her, because y'all know that's following me that I'm very upset and angry at the Black women and the Black folks on YouTube that have stolen from my platform, and they're passing off my ideas as if it were their own. And see, I'm honest. I heard about Kamala Harris's issues with her White House staff. I first heard it from Sister Noble. And that's why I'm acknowledging that. That's what another thing we need to do. We need to be respectful of each other. We need to be truthful of each other and stop undermining each other like this. This is the type of stuff that we're talking about that causes problems in relationships. Why we can't have good, effective relationships with each other, because we're so busy doing nasty, underhanded shit to undermine each other. So that's why I'm calling out Sister Noble's name, because I want people to know and her to know that I am acknowledging that I got the idea to make this live, this particular live, from this angle. Now, I've spoken about Kamala Harris before in regards to darkism, but this particular angle, in terms of this live, I got the idea to talk about it from this aspect from Sister Noble, from reading her article that she posted on Facebook. Do you see how that's done, Black women, Black people? You acknowledge. I'm just so tired. And then we wonder why we have all these toxic relationships, because of what we are doing to each other, backstabbing each other. I ain't with all that. That's too much energy. I just rather be just straightforward and straight up rather than to go through all of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for it. All these damn hidden agendas. Guess what? We all gonna die one day. So what is the fucking point, people, of going through all of that? Anyway, y'all, let me see. Let me like her video. This is her video right here that she's gonna do today. Kamala Harris abuses White House staff. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, and y'all make sure y'all go and watch it. I'm gonna drop. Give me a second here. I'm gonna drop that in the chat so you guys can you can go there and you can watch what she has to say. That's gonna be Sister Noble's live today, and I'm pretty sure that in her live, she's going to go into detail about her workplace experience. And I do believe that she ended up having to sue over unemployment issues. In this particular, it was a law firm that she was working in. It's a very powerful story. And like I said, the main thing that bothers me and touches me about it is when you are messing with a Black person's income. Y'all know how hard it is for Black people in America to get a good job. Why are you trying to deny another Black person to get their money? That was how I was operating when I was working in corporate America. There was no way in hell I was finna sit here and deny another qualified Black person of getting their money. I ain't finna do that. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that if somebody is not doing a good job, they're not doing what they're supposed to do, and they're not producing results, that they should be kept around. But at the same time, if they qualified for a job and if they did nothing to you other than maybe you don't like the way they breathe, or maybe you don't like the way, I don't know, they walk, or maybe you don't like the fact that they go have lunch by themselves, or whatever stupid, thing that doesn't have anything to do with the actual performance of the job, you need to just back off and leave that person alone. It's just, human beings are fucking crazy. Human beings are the problem. We are each other's problem. We do the stupidest things. Like, it's just mind-boggling. Like I said, I never forgot the story of the young lady. She was quiet. She did her job. She produced. See, I'm about production. That's when a person will really get my respect. Produce for me. That's why I like Sha'Carri Richardson. She's faster. She actually produced. What have you done? See, I can't really respect people that just go into jobs like if they got a government job, or if where you ain't really got to go in and do nothing and produce. I respect people that can sell, like salesmen, because they're producing. They're actually going out. They got to make themselves. People laugh at telemarketers, but the telemarketers and the salespeople, they have the most important jobs, because if they don't sell, the money ain't going to come in. The business ain't going to come in. That's what I respect. If you can push up your sales volume in any industry you in, that's what I'm talking about. And that's what it was with me, why I was promoted at this particular company, because my numbers was up. It was high. And then that was because when I would come to work, I wouldn't come in there with all that socializing stuff. I come in there focused on, okay, I got to get my numbers up. And I was consistently having high numbers. I wasn't worried about chit-chatting with you. Didn't really give a damn if you like me or not. To this day, I'm the same way. There's no agenda. It's all about numbers for me and what I can do if I'm in a company where I know I got to produce. It's all about production. In fact, I don't even like working in capacities where there's nothing to be produced. I'm not the type that like to come in and just sit at a desk. You're not producing anything. Why am I supposed to be impressed with that? Going back to Kamala Harris, this lady, you're handpicked. I just don't feel that she necessarily earned it. She ain't done the work. And y'all could sit up here and say, I'm a hater. I don't care what you say. This is my channel. This is how I feel about it. Kamala Harris was handpicked by Biden. Her 2020 campaign, she dropped out the race. You ain't produced. You might have been a senator, but you ain't produced in terms of the race. And all these other black women that came. This is another thing. Now, we're going to go into the darkism here. You got all these other black women that laid the foundation. People like Shirley Chisholm that laid the foundation for a black female to step into the vice presidency or the presidency. And you, of all people, get picked. What have you done? I can't respect that. I don't respect it. I don't respect it. And then for her to go in, and she has these issues now where people are speaking out in terms of the way that her staff is being treated. I mean, come on. What is really going on, Kamala Harris? And I'm going to tell y'all this. I never liked Kamala Harris. She just, to me, I feel like there is a sense of insincerity coming from her. Some people, you can just look at them and you sit there, and I've watched her, I've listened to her, and I just, and then another thing with the laws that she passed that were detrimental, the policies regarding, prison and containment and the criminal justice system as it relates to black people. That's another thing I ain't like. And then another thing is I just don't feel that it's fair for her to be placed in this historic position of first so-called black female president. So, I was watching the BET Awards the other day, and I wasn't watching it because I wanted to. I was watching it because a very special person wanted me to watch it with him. And to ride, because I don't like the BET Awards. They've been darkest. I call them darkest. And as much as I like Taraji P. Henson, who's one of the baddest actresses on the planet, and she should have got an Oscar for the role she played. What was that role she played? She was so good. What she was saying, it's hard out here for a pimp. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That one there, she should have got an Oscar for. Thought it was a fucking brilliant portrayal of that role. I like Taraji. I like her work. She's one of those people that's actually an actress. She actually has it. Some of them going off their looks. Some of them going off of personality. No, Taraji's got it. Okay? So I like her work. But Taraji, you was wrong when you said Kamala Harris was the first black vice female president. You was wrong. You're not correct, Taraji. You're not correct. Okay? You're not correct. She's not. And it's just so upsetting to me because of the darkism. Straight darkism is all it is. And that's why you was put into that position, because there's other black women out there. There's tons of them out there that could have done a hell of a job, that are real true leaders. Michelle Obama, I know Michelle Obama probably doesn't want to be the vice president, but if I had my choice of who I would like, of a black female, if I had to choose a black female to run for the vice presidency or the presidency, Michelle Obama would top my list. Michelle Obama is a true leader. Michelle Obama, I can just read her. And if I'm wrong, You know, I highly doubt if I'm wrong. Michelle Obama ain't got no hidden agendas like that. Michelle Obama, you could just tell that if she was to step into a position like that, she's going to do it from a place of sincerity and tough love, and she really cares. The for real care. Y'all, it's just a difference. I look at Kamala and I don't read I care about the people. I don't get that from her. I don't get it. I read opportunist. I read I'm the head bitch in charge. Well, you're not the head bitch in charge of me. In fact, nobody's in charge of me. That's just how I am. I don't care who you are. We're going to be equals. And I'm not in charge of you because I don't like being in charge of people. Because I believe God made us to be free human beings. And I don't think nobody should be in charge of anybody. So I got a problem with that. That's why I don't follow after nobody like that. I'm going to respect you and you're going to respect me because we equals. Okay? But in terms of this leadership as vice president or president, I think that a person like Michelle Obama would have done a better job. Michelle Obama is direct and straightforward. She's just straight up. And again, one of the things I look for in a leader, which is why I really like and really love and respect our brother Malcolm X, is the sincerity. You can tell when somebody is just a real sincere person. They really care. I can tell. Might take me a little minute sometimes, but over time, I'm going to sit there and watch you and observe you and check you out and see, do you really fucking care or are you just paying lip service? That is what I get from her. I get it in her body language. I get it in the way she speaks. You know, she's not my leader. I already done told my daughter straight up. And if you combine all this stuff with the darkism, getting put in a position because your ass is light skinned, you're light skinned, and you skipping over all these other more qualified dark skinned women, you shouldn't be in that position. Hate me or love me, I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. You ain't nobody got to like what I say. I don't care. A. Hamilton says, I'll support her video. I know it all too well how it feels to have Black women treat me horribly at work and stop me from being hired. That's, you know what, and that's, you know what, A. Hamilton, and that's some bullshit. And I'm so proud to say, this is what I'm proud of. This is my legacy, that I have been in a so-called position of power to hire, and I have never in my life done that to a Black woman because I was conscious of that. I said to myself, we're not going to do that. That's not in me anyway. But because it happened to me, the consciousness just upped the ante. I said, even if I don't like this bitch and she getting an attitude in my head, because I done had some bitches coming there with an attitude, because they see me like, what's she doing? She finna interview me? Da 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 da. I ain't even thinking like that about you. I'm thinking, okay, we finna get this done, give you a job, you know, you qualified for it and go about your business. I never put myself in a position to deny another Black person their economics. I ain't finna do that. Now, do they have to be qualified now? Yes, you do have to be qualified. We all love them, Black, white, purple, green. Everybody got to be qualified. But there are some Black people that will deny you of a position even when you're qualified, like that vice principal did to me. And I had my damn master's degree. Maybe, who knows? Maybe she could have been jealous. I was, I think, 26 years old at the time. And so what? It ain't no big deal. Anybody can get a master's degree if they want to. That's another thing too. Anybody can get education. Shit, we in America. Big deal. Master's degree, PhD, law degree. Okay, this is what we supposed to do. Why be mad about that? You got your PhD, or she probably had her PhD or her master's degree. Why you upset with me? Who cares? Get your degree, get your money, get your business, get your fucking coins. I don't care. What I care about is somebody that could do the damn job. That's really what I be caring about. Can you do the job? I'm the type, to be honest with you, I don't give a damn what color you are. Can you get this shit done for me? And if it's a Black woman, that's great. And if we can work together, that's fantabulous. Let's get it. But you ain't got to never worry about me having agendas. But I ran into people that have agendas like that, and I don't like that shit. I don't like it. Y'all know how hard it is. Y'all know these Black women be having all these. Some of them have a lot of kids to take care of. They the head of their household. Why you want to do that? Why you want to make it even harder? That's why I say I'm stepping away from the corporate world, because I'm not no cutthroat person like that naturally. I'm not built for that type of life. I don't, when I got promoted to that position, I ain't had to cut nobody in the throat. I did it based off of my own work. And that's why I say that's what I respect. I respect a person. If they going out there and they getting it based off of their own brain and they hard work, that's what gets my respect. You can't be mad at that. Why try to block it and stop it? You're not going to be able to block it and stop it, because the person going to come back in another way, and they're going to come back stronger. So why put your time and energy into that? It makes no sense. Black people got to stop this mess. Yes, please support this sister, because I hope she go into her story and tell y'all this is what endeared me at the time. Because I was like, man, they dead ass wrong for doing that. They dead ass wrong. But you can't stop the energy though. You can't stop. Motherfuckers try to stop me. You can't stop the energy. You really think that just because you curb this on a person, you curb that you're not gonna be able to? Some of them people gonna push through. You can't stop the energy. You cannot stop the energy. And this is why people get mad at me. They've said, "Oh, you're introverted. Oh, you're narcissistic. Why are you so focused?" Because, why do I need to focus on other people like that? I need to make Rashida Strober my main concern. Charity begins at home, and then I could go out in the rest of the world and help other people. I think, and I've been making this argument, y'all motherfuckers, some of y'all done stole from my work, but I done made this argument in my book, How to Be the Hottest Dark-Skinned Chick on the Planet. If you read my book, it says you need to focus on your damn self. It says you need to compete with only you. You're only in competition with you because there's only one motherfucking you. You can't be over here worried about what this person is doing. You can't control them. You only worry about you. That's why I've always been self-focused. I'm not going to lie. Some people have said it's narcissistic. Some people have said it's selfish. Well, I know I'm not no narcissistic person. I know I'm not selfish, but I am self-focused. I will say that. I am very self-absorbed with my damn self and trying to be the best Rashida Strober that I can be before I leave this earth. Yes, I'm self-absorbed. If you want to call that self-absorbed, oh, well, I'm not bothering you. I don't understand. Why be mad? Why be upset? It makes no sense. And that's where a lot of this stuff be coming from. Motherfuckers be bothering you, minding your business. I've had people do this to me my entire life. I mind my fucking business. I ain't out here fucking with nobody, gossiping. I don't do that type of stuff. Motherfuckers don't like to see you mind your business. We in the Black community will get angry if a person is hanging by themselves. I've been hanging by myself for years. That's just how I was born. That's my personality. Some people have this so-called outgoing personality where they want to be around a lot of people. Me, I've always been good with my own company. I've had people actually get angry at me because I'm over here minding my business, reading my book, chilling, doing what I do. You're mad because I don't want to come and join you. I don't see these people are just damn crazy, y'all. We need to stop this. But my thing is when it comes down to having to mess up somebody's job, taking away from somebody's money, that's when we gotta say no. We cannot do that. We cannot do that. We cannot go around treating each other like this. We cannot do this to each other. And Kamala Harris, you need to get it together because you work for the people, honey. You want to be in this position of power. You wanted to be the first so-called Black female president. Well, you need to understand that you work for the people. When you get in positions of power like this, whether in government, Congress, any type of position of government, you're working for the people. You are a servant of the people. So you need to bring it down And that's what I get from Michelle Obama. I get that sense. That's why I said if I could choose and pick anyone to be vice president or president in terms of a black woman, I would say Michelle Obama, because I could clearly see that she understands I'm here to serve the people. I don't see that with Kamala Harris. It's like she has this haughty attitude of, I'm the head bitch in charge. You're not the head bitch in charge. You could be impeached and deposed too. This is a democracy, okay? You need to understand what type of government this system is based on. Do you understand that, Kamala Harris? It's not a monarchy, okay? The United States of America is based on the concept of a republic. Power by the people. Power is in the hands of the people, not in your hands, Kamala Harris. You are a public servant. It is about the will of the people. And I'm starting to think that a lot of these people don't understand that. A lot of these so-called public servants, they have it reversed. Maybe they need to go back and revisit American government, because you're not my boss. Joe Biden is not my boss. He's not the boss of me. Kamala Harris is not the boss of me. It's the reverse, people. The people are the damn boss. I just told y'all we live in a republic. America is a republic. It's based on that principle and that idea. It's the rule by the people. These folks that's in so-called leadership, they got it twisted. So you need to chill. You need to understand, Kamala Harris, that your job, y'all was elected by the people, supposedly. Now, I don't agree with the Electoral College, because it's not a selection with the popular vote. I believe that the American form of selecting, I'm not going to say electing, selecting the president is a scam. But that's a whole nother video. But we're going to operate based off of the premise that America is a republic, and under a republic that's ruled by the people. So you're not my boss, Kamala Harris. I'm your boss. The people are your boss. So we're going to bring it back to that. But yeah, that's what I had to say. I wanted to acknowledge Sister Noble, aka Alberta Parish, because she's the person that inspired this live. Like I just told y'all, as a result of me seeing her Facebook post, which this is it right here, where she wrote about Kamala Harris and the conflicts she got going on with the White House staff. And y'all make sure y'all go read it, and y'all make sure at let me see what time she's doing her live. Anyway, she's gonna be doing a live today. Y'all go over there and listen to what she got to say. And yeah, I just want to close and saying thank you to the person that made the donation. And I also want to just close and saying that Black people, Black women, we need to be more cognizant of how we treat each other in corporate America and on these jobs. Stop doing stuff to undermine a person that ain't done nothing to you. Okay? That person, you got your gifts and your talents. That person got their gifts and their talents. You don't have to do anything to undermine that person. Just do you. Just be you. And I think that if we can adopt that state of mind, we'll be all right. But I also want to say, for me, I'm just going to keep it a buck, because I'm not with all the drama. I'm not with all the pettiness on jobs. For me personally, I know I'm not good at dealing with all that fuckery. And I know if you bring that shit to me, it's going to be more of a problem for you, because I'm not going to take it. Because I ain't going to bring nobody no BS like that. So what I do is I don't even put myself in environments like that. I find other ways to do what I need to do without putting myself. So that's another solution to the problem. But for those of you that's already in the thick of it, Just stand firm and do you, and do, and if you have to, you do what Sister Alberta Parish did, aka Sister Noble. You sue them. You file a lawsuit. If they're violating your rights and they're discriminating against you, you do what you need to do. You do not have to take abuse on a job. Absolutely not. You do not have to take abuse. You do not. You do not. I'm not going to condone that in any shape, form, or fashion. You don't have to take abuse. You call it out. You let people know this is what you're doing wrong to me. You got to make them aware, to let them know this is what you are doing wrong. And if they don't want to correct their behavior, you got options. You can say, well, you know what? I don't want to deal with this. I can go find me a job elsewhere. And that's why I encourage entrepreneurship as well. And see, when you are dealing with entrepreneurship, you the people's boss. So you got to please the people. See, that's what I love. I like entrepreneurs, because then you got to come with it. You can't depend on somebody else at the top giving you a paycheck. If you treat your customers bad, they're going to dismiss your ass real quick. This is why I love rule by the people. That's the Republican concept, not the Republican as in terms of the Republican Party. I mean, a republic. Go look it up. Rule by the people, a form of government. The people going to run it. That's why I love entrepreneurship, because I like to produce great results for my people, my customers, my clients, and make them happy. That's what it's all about. And that's the thinking that Kamala Harris should have. That's why I love entrepreneurs, because they understand customer service. They understand making other people happy, making other people satisfied in terms of delivering a product to them. People that's just going working for government, they get shit all twisted. They get comfortable. All these civil servants, they think that they run things, and it's really the people that's running it, not you. But you ain't got to take it. So you can go on about your business and find you another job, or if you want to stay there and you like what you're doing, you bring it to the person's attention, you bring it to management's attention, and if nothing is done, then you take legal action if that's what you need to do. And that's it, y'all. Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. Once again, where's her channel at? This is, let's see. This is Sister Noble. She's going to be doing her live today. All y'all got to do is YouTube Sister Noble, and it's going to come up. And y'all go and y'all listen and see what she has to say. I got all her information in the description to this live that I'm doing right now. And I want to thank y'all for watching, and have a great rest of the day.